allowed to be up here. My dad is never home.
Yeah, Uncle Jim's attic has all of the coolest things.
Just look around for something.
I'm gonna wear this.
I think Elvis wore that. Hey, look! It's a trunk! It's gotta be something cool in here. How do we move it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, this is so heavy.
What do you think's in there?
Probably dead bodies.
Why would his dad have dead bodies?
Uncle Jim travels the world. I bet it's treasure.
Okay, my money's in treasure.
Treasure.
Ready? It's a blanket.
Oh, dibs! Dibs on the blanket.
What's that?
Just the biggest book in the history of mankind. It says Dr. Finklestein's Fabulous Fable Factory.
Oh, hey, Jerry. That's the book that Grandpa used to read us all the time.
No. He read Dr. Finklestein's Fabulous Fable.
Jerry, it was clearly Stein.
It was Steen.
Stein. Jerry, that's my
It
cousin.
doesn't matter.
It was Stein.
Okay, hey, you be the doctor.
Oh, we're gonna play now? Oh, I want to be the doctor. Oh,
Jeez. Trying here.
oh, hey, I think I saw a stethoscope. Stethoscope? A stethoscope.
It's not that kind of doctor, though, Susie.
But I want to be that kind of doctor. I want the stethoscope.
Okay.
Just let her
You
play.
have the stethoscope. Okay, ready?
Right.
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived the magnificent Dr. Finkelstein.
Hello! I am Dr. Finkelstein!
Each and every day, she spent hours and hours mending her factory and making sure that the machinery was functioning perfectly.
A factory!
It was extremely important that every component of the factory worked exactly as it was supposed to. Now, what does this factory make, you might ask? Well, this particular factory made Fable.
Fables! Ooh! Guys, we could act out the fables. Yeah, that's fun. I want to read it. This one sounds fun. All right, so it's the fox and the grapes. So we're gonna need a fox. Okay, Betty wants to be the fox. And we're gonna need some grapes and like move the ladder. Yeah. Okay. All right. Once upon a time, there was a fox that walked through a winding forest.
That's cheating.
When suddenly, the fox came across a lovely bunch of grapes high up in the top of a tree. They're probably sour anyway. And so, everyone, the moral of this story is that it is easy to despise that which we cannot get.
What's the next one?
Well, I mean...
Oh, let me read. Come on, please. Let me read. I got it.
Fair.
Lay down.
Oh, I know how to read.
I'm sure you do, Jerry.
Ah. It says here, Dr. Finkelstein's factory.
Stein!
Whatever. Dr. Finkelstein's factory lay on the outskirts of a small little town. And in this small little town, when you turn 13, you go to our factory to receive a fable. And on this special day, little Jonathan and his mother and his sister were coming down for breakfast on Jonathan's birthday.
Got it. We got it. Table.
Morning, Mom. Morning, Tree. birthday, Jonathan. I got you a present and I hid it. Guess what? I hid it. Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's on this plate. I made you a Tyrannosaurus Rex out of dried toothpaste.
Oh, that's very creative. Tell your sister thank you.
Thank you.
Right, so Edith, we have a big day ahead of us.
Mom, I don't want to go.
But you have to go. Today's your birthday. You need a Fable.
Where are we going?
Well, Jonathan and I are going to the factory.
Oh, this is going to be so much fun. I'm excited.
You don't get to go.
And two. Mom, I'm going.
No, you have to go to Grandma's house.
Mom, I want to go to the factory.
No, but you're not old enough to go to the factory.
Who says that?
You have to be 13.
Who said that?
It's tradition.
I'm almost 13.
You're 9.
That's close.
It's not.
Bring, bring!
Oh, that's not
Bring, bring!
It's not even going to be fun.
It's so unfair. You never get to do anything cool.
It's not cool. It's lame. All I get is a stupid Fable.
You get a Fable.
Yeah, but it's not going to be... You know what? You can have it.
I can have your Fable.
Yes, you can have it if you just leave me alone. Just don't talk to me, okay?
Alright, that was Grandma. She has milk and cookies and soap operas.
Mom, I'm not even hungry.
Well, if you're not hungry, don't eat.
You can't just not eat at Grandma's. Have you ever been at Grandma's? Have you ever tried not eating at Grandma's?
Yes.
Yeah, no, you can. No.
Alright.
Mom. Mom.
Tracy.
Mom. Mom, I'm a liquid. Mom, I'm a liquid until I can go to the factory.
Tracy, if you're a liquid, they're going to pour you into the public pool and the children are going to swim all around in you. Do you want that?
No.
Exactly, so turn into a solid.
Yeah, I'm done.
I need you to get your shoes on, Lizzie.
I don't want to go.
I'm going to count to 5, and if you don't have your shoes on, and if you're not in the car, you will be in big trouble.
Mom, I'm...
1,
Mom!
2,
Mom, I don't...
3.
Move!
So Jonathan and his father made their trip down the long, windy road to Dr. Finklestein's fabulous Fable factory.
Oh, that's my factory! Woo!
Mom, I don't want to go.
You have to
This is such a long trip.
We're here. Let's knock on the door.
See, no one's home. We have to
No,
leave.
let's just go inside.
Mom, that's breaking and
No, it's
entering.
not.
This is illegal.
Finkelstein! Finkelstein! Finkelstein!
Oh! Oh, I didn't even notice you came in! Fancy meeting you here!
It's really loud in here.
Oh, you see? I am not a deer. I'm a human being.
Well, I can't hear you.
I do not have an emu. They spit everywhere.
What? I can't hear what you're saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess the battery's too loud. Let me turn it off.
She's weird.
I know.
Hello, Francine. I didn't think you'd be coming until Thursday. Today's only Tuesday.
Today's Thursday.
Oh, no.
It's okay. We can leave.
If it's Thursday, that makes it your birthday, Jonathan. Which means you're here for a Fable.
Yeah.
Well, Jonathan, don't look so sad. I can cheer you up, Jonathan. I have a playroom over there filled with all of the toys you can think of, and you can play with any of them you want to.
Really?
Yes!
Cool.
Now, Francine, as you know, Jonathan's going to go play with a toy, and he's going to tell me what type of child he is.
This one, too.
Doot, 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 doot,
Oh, we're just shooting stuff for no reason. That was loud.
Woo, this is my favorite one. Woo.
I think it's broken.
means he likes to keep to himself. And he picked to play Clue, which means he likes to solve puzzles and crimes and mysteries. And he picked to be Colonel Mustard, which means he likes to have a mustache and to be mature. Interesting. Oh, look, Jonathan, you solved it.
Aw.
It's all right, Jonathan. Don't be sad. There's other fun things you can do in a magic fable factory.
Like what?
Jonathan, have you ever seen a magic fable factory make a magic fable just for you?
No.
Would you like to see a magic fable factory make a magic fable just for you?
Yeah.
All right, Jonathan. First, we're going to let the factory recognize you, so it will be comfortable with you and it won't be shy, all right? So, you'll have to step inside a magic circle. When you step inside the circle, you must keep your hands, feet, and all other body parts inside at all times. Now, Jonathan, I warn you, it's going to get a little bit loud, but you can just breathe through it and it'll be better, all right? I'm going to turn it on now. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. Oh, a little bit.
Jonathan!
It knows my name.
It does, Jonathan. It's a magic fable factory after all. Now that it knows you, we can move on to making your fable, Jonathan. I bet you're really curious how I make my fables here in this factory.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you, Jonathan. Right this way, each component is working. You see this part here? This is the setting of the fable. This is where all of the trees are painted onto the page. All of the roads, everything we see and live in inside the fable. This part here, this is where the characters come to life, Jonathan. You see, we pick them up and we place them where we want them, these characters throughout the fables. And then, Jonathan, this part here, this is the conflict of the fables. This is the problem we must overcome. It's really doozy. And then this one here, this is the plot. It ties everything together. It's like the roller coaster of the story we ride on as we read the fable. All right, Jonathan, this part here, it's my favorite. This is the moral. It's the lesson we learn at the end, and we teach it to people wrapped up in a nice little bow. Woo! So exciting, Jonathan.
Yeah.
But first, I should ask you a few questions so that the factory will be a little bit more, you know, yours. It'll be your fable, all right? Jonathan, I'm going to ask you some very, very difficult questions, all right? Think really, really hard, all right? Jonathan, what is your favorite color?
Red and green.
Oh, two favorite colors, like Christmas.
Yep.
Interesting. I've made adjustments to the factory, and now it knows your favorite colors. Next question, Jonathan. Harder than the last. Take a deep breath if you need to. What is your favorite animal?
A wolf.
A wolf. Oh, wow. It's like a dog, but bigger, and it's not really a puppy. It's more, you know, wild and crook, crook. All right, I've added the wolf. Last question, Jonathan. Do you have any siblings?
Yeah. I have a little sister.
Oh, well, you don't seem very happy about that little sister.
She always lies and gets me in trouble.
Well, that's not very fun at all. I'll add that into the factory, too. All right, it's been added. All right, Jonathan. Now I must grab this. Over here. I have this for you. Jonathan, do you know what that is?
It's an empty book.
It is an empty book, Jonathan. There is nothing inside of it yet. You're going to put this empty book inside of this magic fable factory, and when it comes out, it will be a magic fable just for you.
Really?
Just for you, Jonathan. You can begin any moment. Oh, wait, Jonathan. I almost forgot. We better crank this baby up full blast. Whoosh. It's going through the setting. It's adding a setting. Watch out, son. Watch the characters. The characters are being added, Jonathan. Look at the conflict. Oh, my. That's scary. Oh, look at the plot. Oh, it's a moral. come to life before your very eyes, Jonathan. Only you can read it. You see, it will teach you a lesson that you will share with the entire village. Your mother, your sister, me, everyone. You have the power, Jonathan.
I have the power.
You have the power.
Oh, my little boy has a fable.
Oh, he does.
Can I go home so I can read it now, Mom?
Yeah.
Thanks, Dr. Finklestein.
Goodbye, Jonathan. Goodbye, Francine. Woo!
I don't understand.
What?
Why can't anyone else read it?
Well, Stacy, it's because I am Dr. Finklestein and I said so.
That's who
It's not always because you say so.
But I'm the doctor and I said so.
Yeah, but there's gotta be a reason.
Well,
Oh, it says right here that if anyone else tries to read it, the magic in the fable turns the pages blank.
See, there's another reason.
yeah. Well, I'm a doctor and I'm magic, okay?
What happens next?
It says, Jonathan and his mother go home so Jonathan can read his fable on the couch with his
On the couch. Oh, let's make a couch. Ouch! Got it. Here you go.
Hey, Dad, is that my fable?
It's my fable.
You said I could have it.
Oh, yeah, because it's lame. Like you. Lame-o. I'm gonna go do cool stuff, like play video games. And so, Tracy was left on the couch to have the fable come to life before her eyes. Once upon a time, there was a little boy.
Hey,
Jerry,
Jerry, boy.
that could be the little boy. Once upon a time, there was a little boy who was left in charge of the sheep by his father.
Oh, why did Dad put me in charge of these silly sheep? All you do is bad, and I'm so bored. Oh, don't eat all the grass. Stop. Oh, nothing to do. Oh, it's a chicken.
I'm a hen.
Oh, it's a talking hen. I have a question.
Yes.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Well, to get away from McDonald's, of course, so that I don't become McNuggets.
I don't remember anything about McDonald's making this joke. Now I'm really confused. Do you have any talent?
Do I have any talent? Well, let me tell you. I was crowned Miss Kentucky Fried in...
Why?
Well, my talent was dancing.
Dancing?
Yes, dancing.
What dance did you do?
Well, I did the chicken dance, of course.
Can I see it?
Oh, can you see it? Well, if you insist, you better hold on to your hat because it's about to be knocked off.
mice.
No, we're looking for my gold right
No,
now.
there's no gold.
There's gotta be.
Well then,
No, it's just my sheep.
I don't see any sheep.
Yeah, he lost them.
No, I didn't lose them. They were here somewhere. It's a wolf. It's a wolf. It's a wolf.
Little boy, where are my sheep?
Well,
He lost them.
I didn't lose
You
them.
lost my sheep?
No, not lost, more misplaced.
Oh, a chicken.
I'm a hen.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Hen. Got 2 questions for you. The first one might save your life.
Okay.
Can you lay me a golden egg?
I am a hen, not a goose.
Sorry. Next question. Honey mustard or ranch?
Don't eat me. Honey mustard, but don't eat me.
All right. Now, little boy. Come on. All right. I'll be at the climax, and the sheep better be there. And if they're not, I'm gonna eat the chicken.
I'm a hen.
Chicken.
Hen.
Chicken.
Hen.
Either way, I'm still going to eat you. And then I'm gonna eat you. And then I'm gonna eat you. And after that, I'll be full. So me and you are cool, lion. And I'll be at the climax. Speed it up a little bit.
Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Wolf. Right on it, sir. Oh, I need to find those sheep.
Let's go ahead and find that mouse.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's no mouse.
Where's my
There's
gold,
no
though?
gold.
There might be something under this rock.
Oh, there's
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
under the
Good place to
rock.
hide gold.
Let's go ahead and look at it.
Hey, this is my land. I'm checking it out.
Oh, step back, little boy.
Hey.
And so, the characters were pulled inside of the well. And Tracy was left sitting all alone in the living room, being quiet as a mouse, which concerned her brother Jonathan. That's you.
Yeah. Hey, Tracy. Are you upset because you couldn't read it? Tracy, answer me. Tracy? Haha, touch your bow. Tracy, are you okay? Mom! Mom!
Yes?
Something's wrong with Tracy.
Tracy?
She won't answer me.
Tracy? What? She hates it when we touch her bow.
I know.
She was reading your fable.
Well, she wasn't supposed to be able to.
Tracy, this isn't funny. Tracy.
Open up!
What?
I'm coming in! Hi!
I just came back from Ryan's house, and Brandon isn't talking or eating, and my child,
Are they like Tracy?
like Tracy. Oh, no, not the baby. Hold on. We need to go down to the town. We're having a meeting at the town square. We're going to figure out what's going on.
All right.
We'll be back. Don't you worry.
You see me with your sister.
We'll be back.
Oh, Tracy. Well, you were reading the fable. Wait, if you were reading the fable and this happened, maybe it was the fable that was messed up. Maybe Dr. Finklestein knows how to help. Oh, don't worry, Tracy. I'll find some way to help you. Just stay here.
And so, Jonathan left to go to Dr. Finkelstein's factory, while everyone else in the town met at town square to discuss the tragedy that had befallen their village.
What's going on?
Well, you see, little Tiresias, he won't talk to me. He just
Stares at the wall.
The twins have been staring into thin air for days.
Well, that's the same thing Sarah's been doing, just stared off into space.
Ashley hasn't eaten in 2 days.
Well, maybe it's something they ate.
I mean, Tiresias had his favorite food, macaroni and cheese, with hot dogs that were cut up to look like little octopus
Yeah,
swimming through the noodles.
but Sarah didn't eat any of that.
He didn't either.
All Sarah had was her birthday cake.
Birthday cake.
Yeah.
Ashley's birthday. The twins just turned 13. Oh. You didn't slip your labels in their laps when I wrote them when it
Yes.
Tracy was reading a fable. No.
No, she's not old enough to read a fable.
But she was reading the fable.
Don't blame.
Well, maybe if the fables were messed up, well, maybe she could have read it.
Yeah.
Can that happen?
Maybe it's at Finklestein.
Finklestein!
You should go confront her.
Correct!
With torches.
Torches!
And pitchforks.
Pitchforks!
And cookies.
Well, maybe not cookies. Maybe not cookies.
Oh, with torches and pitchforks.
Finklestein! 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 They're going to my factory! Oh! I'm Dr. Finklestein!
Dr. Finklestein! Dr. Finklestein! Oh! Dr. Finklestein! Have you seen Dr. Finklestein? Dr. Finklestein! Dr. Finklestein! It's really loud!
I did not live on a cloud! This is a factory!
I didn't hear what you said!
Oh! You see? These shoes are actually made out of rubber, not lead!
Oh! Ah! Ah!
Oh, look! You already know how to turn off my machine!
Dr. Finklestein! I took the fable home. I gave it
Whoa,
to my
whoa,
sister.
Jonathan! I can't understand what you're saying! I think we should take some deep breaths. In and down! Everybody in and down! And one more time for good measure. In! Hold it! Hold it! Keep it held! I hear you not hold it! And out! Oh, I feel so much better now! Oh, do you feel better, Jonathan?
No! Dr. Finklestein!
Yes, Jonathan!
I took the fable home and I gave it to my sister.
Right?
And I knew she couldn't read it,
Right?
but I gave it to her so she could think she could read it and then I could make fun of her later.
Right?
I'm her older brother, that's what I do.
Right!
So I went away and when I came back she was sitting there and she was just blank, like nothing was working, like she couldn't talk or anything.
Zombified.
Yeah!
Interesting. I don't know what that has to do with me or my fables. I'm a doctor, Jonathan, but not that kind of doctor.
But Dr. Finklestein, she was reading the fable.
She can't, Jonathan. It's impossible. The
But-
pages go blank.
I know, but then the neighbor came in and said it happened to all the other kids too.
Oh, that's terrible, Jonathan. But I really can't help you. I have no idea how it has anything to do with myself or
Maybe it was from the little boy who missed out on too much of his life.
I'm only 13. I haven't really had a life to miss.
Maybe it's from a sister who neglected her brother.
Brother! Come into my arms. I want to hug you. Come. Hey, you missed the hug. It's here.
Maybe it was
Revenge! What have I ever done to you, brother?
What have you done? You stood outside my door all day doing that chicken dance thing. I can't even do it.
Ferdinand, you had chicken pox for the 18th time in a row. I thought you were becoming
I
chicken.
had the chicken pox once. I was speaking the other time.
But you had all these bumps
They
everywhere.
were green. The chicken pox are red.
Oh, listen, you are becoming a chicken, and
I'm
I'm
not becoming
going
a
to teach you
chicken.
to dance.
You're the one who did this to Tracy.
Brother, what did you do?
Well, I've heard the thing that matters most to you, sister.
Sunrises?
No, not sunrises.
Puppy dogs?
No, not puppy dogs.
Chocolate.
No, not chocolate. The children.
The children! Brother, what have you done to the children?
I've done nothing. You have. You have zombified the whole town.
Listen, brother, I have not left this factory in 2 weeks. I'm actually running low on milk. I need to get some milk for my
Dr.
cereal.
Finklestein, I'm gonna go get help.
Oh, don't worry, dear boy. The villagers will be here soon to arrest you.
No!
Don't worry. I will hide you. Inside your factory.
No! Listen, brother, I made a rule I can't go inside of the factory. You see, I'll get to distracted by all the pretty trees. I'll think, oh look, there's a rainbow over there, and I want to go visit it. And I can stay here for hours and hours, staring at this rainbow. And
Goodbye, sister!
I'm not going anywhere. Brother, no!
Oh, how does it feel, sister, to be locked away like I was? But don't worry, the villagers will be there soon. And I will take over this factory and rule it with my evil minion children. And I'll rename this factory from Dr. Finklestein's fabulous Fable Factory. Ugh, it's so hideous. I'll rename it Ferdinand Finklestein's Frightening Factory of Fear.
Dr. Finklestein, what's this?
Jonathan, that there must be a well. We're going to lift the top of this well, and I'm sure everything will be just fine. Trust me,
Okay.
Jonathan. We're going to lift on the count of 3, right?
Oh, my lucky charms.
We got it. Get ready for it? Okay.
Are you ready?
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Dr. Finklestein, what was that?
Well, Jonathan, if I were going to make an educated guess, I would think that it's, oh, my brother is truly evil. He kidnapped all of the Fable characters from the fables that I made in the last week, and he stuffed them in that well. And then we just released them into this land. Jonathan, they must be so lost and confused.
Dr. Finklestein?
Oh, look, Jonathan, it's the little boy from the little boy who cried wolf. He watches sheep.
Have you seen my sheep?
Well, no, I haven't seen this. Hey,
Dr. Finklestein, why is there water?
well, you see, sometimes when it rains, it makes puddles on the ground.
Okay.
Oh, look, Jonathan! It's the little red hen. The little red hen. She bakes bread. I don't bake bread anymore. All of my friends ate it. Oh, there's nothing sadder than a crying chicken. I'm a hen.
Dr. Finklestein!
Jonathan, listen. Chickens and hens are the exact same creature. They're just different names
The
for the
water's
same.
getting even higher, Dr. Finklestein.
Sometimes when you stand by a river, it flows over your shoes. Oh, look, Jonathan, it's the thief from the miser and his gold.
Do you have my gold?
I do not, but I have a Tootsie Pop.
I don't want a Tootsie Pop.
Dr. Finklestein!
Listen, Jonathan, everyone loves Tootsie Pops. It's a proven fact.
The water's getting even higher, Dr. Finklestein.
Well, sometimes, Jonathan, when an earthquake happens, underground...
Ah!
Well, don't be afraid, Jonathan. This is the lion. From the lion and the mouse, they become best friends. We're not friends!
Dr. Finklestein!
I didn't know they had a fight. I thought they were good.
The water's getting even higher, Dr. Finklestein.
Listen, Jonathan, sometimes when a tsunami rushes
Dr. Finklestein, are you sure?
You're right, Jonathan. That sounds preposterous. The only way to know what water this really is to taste it.
No. Ew!
Salt. It tastes like salt, Jonathan. We are standing in an ocean.
Dr. Finklestein.
You're right, Jonathan. That sounds preposterous. I might as well drink it to get a better taste. Oh, misery! Jonathan, this water tastes like salt and misery. Jonathan, it is an ocean of tears. These Fable characters are crying so much that they're flooding the entire land. And if we don't stop them soon, we're gonna drown. I can't swim.
Dr. Finklestein, well, if we made them stop crying, would the water go away?
I'm sure it would, Jonathan. If only we knew how to make them stop crying. They're so lost and confused and
Wait, Dr.
scared.
Finklestein, if they're crying because they're lost, well, if someone told them what they're supposed to be doing, would they stop crying?
Well, probably, Jonathan. But if only so we could find someone who knew their story.
Well, Dr. Finklestein, you seem to have known everyone.
Well, yes, I was there when they were born.
So don't you know their stories?
Jonathan, you're right! Oh, I know them! I can tell their story. Jonathan, we must find these Fable characters so we can tell their story before I drown!
Okay.
We must search everywhere, Jonathan. It may take weeks, or years, or months, but we will find this warrior. I will find the warrior, wherever she may be.
Oh, hey!
I must say, last time I traveled through here, there was this one.
There really was. Listen, warrior. Earlier, you were upset because you couldn't find your purpose.
Oh, you have found it?
Not with me. But I promise if you listen to our story, you will hear your purpose calling you, loud and clear. All right, Jonathan. I'm afraid of water. I'm going to stand up here. As all good fables begin, once upon a time, there was a little old woman and her husband who lived on top of a lovely hill where they watered and took care of their sheep.
Now, honey, when you take the lid off that well, make sure you put it back. Because if you don't, all the sheep are going to float away.
I'll put it back.
Now, don't forget. You always forget.
I won't forget.
All right.
All right, sheep. Oh, it's watering time. Oh, my breath's burning. I'll be back.
Dr. Finklestein, she didn't cover the well.
You're right, Jonathan! And so the water began to bubble and float out of the well and swept across the field, taking all of the sheep with it!
Oh.
Oh no, my sheep are drowning. Help! Help! Somebody help! Help!
Warrior, loud and clear.
Oh, my purpose!
Well, hello. You do seem mighty distressed.
Yes, I am. How are you riding a horse in all of this water?
Let me tell you, that is lesson number 1 on Hero Academy, that you have to come prepared for any situation. So I brought my seahorse.
Well, my sheep are drowning. If you could help me cover this hole.
Fear not. I am relatively firm with the bow and arrow. You see that mighty fine mountain in the distance?
Yes.
See here now, I perfectly hit it with my arrow, yeah?
Yeah?
It's very good shot, yeah, okay. Now, it's split the mountain in half.
Oh,
Half of it is now covering up my well.
I won't be able to uncover my well again. I can't pick up this mountain.
Thank you. How rude.
And so the warrior rode off into the sunset, leaving the old woman to stare at her well, and the only water to touch this land was her tears.
Dr. Finklestein, the moral of this story is that you should always thank those that help you.
You're absolutely right, Jonathan. We solved the warrior and the well. Oh, look, Jonathan, the setting is changing all around us. Woo!
And the water's getting lower.
Oh, Jonathan, it appears to be in a forest. There must be some distinguishing mark that would let us know which fable we're in. Jonathan, this is a single orange tree. I put a single orange tree in The Lion and the Mouse. I put this orange tree in The Lion and the Mouse because I used to have this little orange cat. It was fluffy and reminded me of a lion.
Dr.
And I would take it
Finklestein.
everywhere.
return the lion and the mouse, we need to find the lion?
We should find the lion, Jonathan. We have to search all of the trees. The lion is a very scared cat, so we must find him quickly. I'll search out here. Have you seen a lion? I'm looking for a lion.
Oh, I have.
You have? Back here? You've seen a lion? Where's the lion?
Hey, everyone! Everyone! Can we all on three go back to Finklestein? 1, 2, 3! Thank you, guys!
Oh, look! Jonathan, my friends and I, we found a lion! Thank you so much! Hello, lion! Listen, lion, I know you're upset about not having friends. If you listen to my story, I'm sure you'll have a friend at the end. Okay, all right. All right, as all good fables begin, once upon a time, there was a lazy lion who lounged about a lovely orange tree, when suddenly a tiny field mouse scurried across his path. Where do you think you're going?
I was just gonna go, you don't want to eat me, I'm too little.
You're lucky I'm not hungry.
Well, thank you, Lion. I promise I'll return the kindness.
How could such a little creature like you ever repay such a strong creature like me?
Well, I could try.
Be gone. And so the tiny field mouse scurried away, and the lazy lion continued to lounge. Several days later, a mean hunter entered the lazy lion's forest. Yeah, I caught a lion. Boys, I got Frank. Pick up your jelly beans and come help me with the lion. All right, Kitty, I have to go help Frank with the jelly bean situation. I'll be back to haul you off to the circus momentarily. Help! 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 Help!
Lion, I can help.
Get someone bigger, please.
No, but I can do it, I promise.
What can you do?
Well, I could shoot through that net.
Okay. Thank you! And so, the lion and the mouse became the best of friends.
Dr. Finklestein, the moral to that story is that even small things can make a big difference.
You're absolutely right, Jonathan. We solved the lion and the mouse. Oh, look, Jonathan. Look how the setting changes all around us.
And the water's getting lower.
All right, Jonathan. We appear to be in a field. Oh, Jonathan! Look back there! Right back there, there's a white picket fence. I put a white picket fence in the miser and his gold. I put a white picket fence in the miser and his gold, everyone. I did that because it was a yo-yo I used to sit on, and I would throw this yo-yo at
Dr.
the tree.
Finklestein, we're the miser and the gold, then we need to find the thief.
We should find the thief. Be careful of your belongings. She'll take them. I'm going to search for the thief now. I'm looking for a thief. I don't... Oh, Jonathan! My friends and I, we found a thief! Oh, that's right. This thief, I know you were looking for gold earlier. If you listen to my story, you'll find where it's hidden. Oh, yeah. All right, Jonathan. Ahem. As everyone knows, all good fables begin with once upon
don't spend it. I come out here each day, I dig it up, I count it, I carry it back up, and I leave.
That's strange.
Well, you might as well look at this empty hall. It does you as much good.
Or
And so, the villagers left the old man to stare at the empty hole that used to have all of his treasures and belongings.
Dr. Finklestein, the moral of this story is that wealth unused might as well not exist at all.
You're absolutely right, Jonathan. We solved the miser and his gold. Oh, you can clap if you like. Look, everybody, the setting is changing all around us. Oh, we moved into another Fable.
And the water's getting really low now.
We're in a farm, Jonathan. Yep, smells like a farm. All right, Jonathan, we must find something that... Oh, look into the sky, Jonathan. There is a cloud. In this cloud, it looks like a bunny rabbit. I put a bunny rabbit cloud in the little red hen. I did this because I used to have this little rabbit that would follow me around.
Dr.
And I got it to
Finklestein.
shake. Yes?
So if we're in the Little Red Hen, we need to find the Little Red Hen?
Yes, Jonathan! We should find the little red hen! I'm going to search for the little red hen.
I shall plant these seeds. Mr. Duck, will you help me plant the seeds?